Rayanaaya. Welcome, respected friends. Most toughest thing is to use our upadhis, especially intellect, in that also gaining the knowledge, and that also the knowledge of the truth that also through the listening and study of Upanishads, that too with the Bhashyam. So the toughest, greatest thing, you are able to every day do it, you deserve all congratulations, all wishes and prayers. With that, we'll continue our today's classes. Out of the six classes of the day, first one will be our Shwethashwathara Upanishad. In that fourth chapter, we are studying, and even in that Mandukya Upanishad, here also the most crucial topics are being discussed. The Parambrahma, the Ishvara, the Jiva, the Jagat, the Maya, the Bandhana, the Moksha. The most important topics of Vedanta are clearly under discussion here for our deeper and deeper analysis, deeper and deeper understanding. Once the understanding is clear, then all problems are cleared. Because in the non understanding only, all problems pop up. So, that very most important topic we are discussing. So, to at a very crucial junction of our life, also we are, wherein if we can catch this sublime knowledge that is given to us by our Guru Parampara, it's such a what you call as the leap jump in our Adhyatmika evolution, wherein what exactly to do, what exactly to achieve, it becomes clear to us, along with what is not to be achieved, what is not to be done. So may we be invoking from within the Shraddha Bhakti Ekagratha to invoke the grace of Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devatagana, Gurugana, Shastragana through these satsangas for our outer and inner total evolutions through evolving our individualities of Lokasevaka, Dharmastavaka, ityadi, which we often discuss. Yes, before we do this Upanishadic Adhyanam, let us, as every day, do our Veda Parayanam, do our Mangalacharana Shloka and Sankalpa, do our common sense thought and Parayanam, as well as the Adhyanam. In the Veda Parayanam, the first aspect, Rigveda Ashtama Mandalam, we are into the 40th Anuvaka. 40, 41, 42, we'll see. If the time permits, 43 also. Let us start. Om Ataveda Parayanam Rigvedaha Ashtama Mandalam Atha Chatvarinshattama Anuvakadarabhya Om Indragni Yuvam Sunasahanta Dasathoraim Yena Dudha Samatsva Viduchit Sahishi Mahyagnirvane Vavata Innavanta Manyake Same Nahivam Vapraya Mahetendra Jamahe Shavishtam Nunannaram Sana Kadachidarvatagamadavajasataye Gamada Medasataye Navantamanyake Same ताहि मध्यम भराणामिन्द्राग्नि अधिक्षितः ताउ कवित्वना कवि पृच्छमाना सखीयते सं धीतमश्नुतं नरा नवन्तामन्यके समे अभ्यर्च सवा नभा कवदिन्द्राग्नि यजसा गिरा ययोर्विश्वमिदं जगदियं द्यौः पृथिवी मह्युपस्थे बिभृतो वसु नभन्तामन्यके समे प्रब्रह्माणि नभाकवदिन्द्राग्निभ्यामिरज्यत या सप्तबुध्नमर्णवं जिह्मवारमपोर्नुत इन्द्र ईशान ओजसा नवन्तामन्यके समे अभिवृश्च पुराणवत् प्रततेरिव गुम्पितमोजो दासस्य दम्भय वयं तदस्य संभृतं वस्विन्द्रेण विभजेमहि नभन्तामन्यके समे यदिन्द्राग्निजना इमे विह्वयन्ते तना गिरा अस्माकेभिर्नृभिर्वयं सानह्याम पृतन्यतो वनुयाम वनुष्यतो नभन्तामन्यके समे यानुश्वेताववो दिव उच्चरातौ पद्युभिः इन्द्राग्न्योरनुव्रतमुहानायन्ति सिन्धवो यान्सीं बन्धातमुञ्चतां नभन्ताम् अन्यके समे पूर्वीष्ट इन्द्रोपमातयः पूर्वीरुतप्रशस्तयः सूनो हिन्वस्य हरिवः वस्वो वीरस्यापृचो यानुसादन्त नो धियो नभन्तामन्यके समे तं शिशीता सुभृक्तिभिस्त्वेषं सत्त्वानमृग्मियम् कुतोऽनुचिद्य ओजसा शुष्णस्याण्डा निवेदति जेषत्स्वर्वतीर्वपो नभन्तामन्यके समे तं शिशीता स्वध्वरं सत्यं सत्त्वानमृत्वियं कुतोऽनुचिद्य ओहत अण्डाशुष्णस्य भेदत्यजैः सर्वतीरपो नभन्तामन्यके समे एवेन्द्राग्निभ्यां पितृवन्नवीयो मन्धातृवदङ्गिरस्वदवाची त्रिधातुना शर्मणा पाथमस्मान् वयं स्याम पतयोरयीणा भवोतये वरुणाय मरुद्भ्योर्चाभिदुष्टरेभ्यः यो धीतामानुषाणां पश्वो गा इव रक्षति नभन्तामन्यके समे तमूषु समना गिरा पितॄणां च मन्मभिः नाभाकस्य प्रशस्तिभिर्यः सिन्धूनामुपोदये सप्तस्वसास मध्यमो नभन्तामन्यके समे सक्षपः परिशन्स्वधेन्युक्स्रो मायया ददे स विश्वं परिदर्शदः तस्य वेनीरनुव्रतमुषस्त्रिशो तिस्रो अवर्धयन्नबन्धामन्यके समे यः ककुभो निधारयः पृथिव्यामधिदर्शदः समाता पूर्व्यं पदं तद्वरुणस्य सत्यं स हि गोपा इवेर्यो नभन्तामन्यके समे यो धर्ता भुवनानां य उस्राणापीच्या वेदनामानि गुह्या स कविः काव्या पुरुरूपं द्यौरिव पुष्यति नभन्तामन्यके समे यस्मिन् विश्वानि काव्या चक्रेणाभिरिव श्रिता त्रितं ज्योते सपर्यतव्रजे गावो न संयुजे युजे अश्वागम् अयुक्षत नभन्तामन्यके समे य आस्वत्क आशये विश्वा जातान्येषां परिधामानि मर्मृषद्वरुणस्य पुरोगये विश्वे देवा अनुव्रतं नभन्तामन्यके समे स समुद्रो अपीच्यस्तुरोद्यामिव रोहति नियदासु यजुर्दधे स माया अर्चिना वदास्तृणान्नाकमारुहन् नभन्तामन्यके समे यस्य श्वेता विचक्षणा तिस्रो भूमिरधीक्षितः त्रिरुत्तराणि पप्रतुर्वरुणस्य ध्रुवं सदस्स सप्तानामिरज्यति नभन्तामन्यके समे यः श्वेता अधिनिर्निजश्चक्रे कृष्णा अनुव्रता स धाम पूर्व्यं ममेयः स्कम्भेन विरोधसी अजो न द्यामधारयन्नभन्तामन्यके समे 42 ॐ अस्तभ्नाद्यामसुरो विश्ववेदा अमीमित परिमाणं पृथिव्याः आसीदद्विश्वा भुवनानि सम्राट् विश्वेत्तानि वरुणस्य व्रतानि एवावन्दस्व वरुणं बृहन्तं नमस्याधीरम् अमृतस्य गोपाम् स नः शर्म त्रिवरोथं वियंसत्पातन्नो द्यावा पृथिवी उपस्थे इमान् धियं शिक्षमाणस्य देवक्रतुन्दक्षं वरुणसं शिशाधि ययाति विश्वा दुरितातरेम सुतर्माणमतिनावं रुहेम आवां ग्रावाणो अश्विनाधिभिर्विप्रा अचुच्यवुः नासत्या सोमपीतयेन भन्तामन्यके समे यथा वामत्रिरश्विनागेर्भिर्विप्रो अजोहवीद नासत्या सोमपीतये न भन्तामन्यके समे एवावामह्व ओतये यथा हुवन्तमेधिराः नासत्या सोमपीतये न भन्तामन्यके समे. One more. 43. इमे विप्रस्य भेदसोऽग्नेरस्तृतयज्वनः गिरहस्तोमास ईरते अस्मै ते प्रतिहर्यते जातवेदो विचर्षणे अग्ने जनामि सुष्ठुतिम् आरोका इव वेदहतिग्मा अग्ने तपत्विषः दद्भिर्वनानि वप्स्यति हरयो धूमकेतभो वातजूता उपद्यवे यतन्ते पृथगग्नयः एतेत्ये पृथगग्नय इद्धासः समदृक्षत उषसामिव केतवः कृष्णारजांसि पत्सुतः प्रयाणे जातवेदसः अग्निर्यद्रोधति क्षमी धासिं कृण्वान ओषधीर्वप्सदग्निर्न वायति पुनर्यन्तरुणीरपे जिह्वाभिरहनन्नमदर्चिषा जञ्जनाभवन अग्निर्वनेषु रोचते अप्स्वग्नेन् सधिष्ठव सौषधीरनुरुध्यसे गर्भे सञ्जायसे पुनः उदग्ने तव तद्घृतादर्ची रोचत आहुतं निंसानं जुह्वो मुखे उक्षान्नाय वशान्नाय सोम पृष्ठाय वेधसे स्तोमैर्विधेमाग्नये उतत्वा नमसा वयं होतर्वरेण्यक्रतो अग्ने समिद्भिरीमहे उतत्वा भृगुवच्छुचे मनुष्वदग्न आहूत अंगिरस्वद्धवः वामहे त्वं ह्यग्ने अग्निना विप्रो विप्रेण संसता सखा सख्या समिध्यसे सत्वं विप्राय दाशुषे रयिन्देहि सहस्रिणौ अग्ने वीरवतीमिषम् अग्ने भ्रातः सहस्कृतरो हि दश्वशुचिव्रत इमं स्तोमं जुषस्व मे उतत्वाग्ने मम स्तुतो वाश्राय प्रतिहर्यते गोष्ठङ्गाव इवाशत तुभ्यन्ता अङ्गिरस्तमविश्वाः सुक्षितयः पृथक् अग्ने कामाय ये मिरे अग्निं धीभिर्मनीषिणो मेधिरासो विपश्चितः अद्मसद्याय हिन्विरे तन्त्वामङ्मेषु वाजिनं तन्वाना अग्ने अध्वरं वह्निं होतारमीडते पुरुत्रा हि सदृग्न्यसि विश्वा अनुप्रभुः समत्सु त्वा हवामहे तमीडिष्वय आहुतोऽग्निर्विभ्राजते कृतैः इमं नः शृणवद्धवम् तन्त्वा वयं हवामहे शृण्वन्तं जातवेदसम् अग्ने घ्नन्तमपद्विषः विशां राजानमद्भुतमध्यक्षं धर्मणामिमम् अग्निमीढे स उश्रवदो अग्निं विश्वायुवेपनं मर्यं न वाजिनं हितं सप्तिं न वाजयामसि घ्नन् रुद्राण्यपद्विषो दहन् रक्षांसि विश्वः अग्ने तिग्मेन दीदिः यन्त्वा जनान इन्धते मनुष्वदङ्गिरस्तम अग्ने सपोधिमेव चः यदग्ने दिविजा अस्य सुजावा सहस्कृत तन्त्वागीर्भिर्हवामहे तुभ्यं खेत्ते जना इमे विश्वाः सुक्षितयः पृथको दासिं हिन्वन्त्यत्तवे तेघेदग्ने स्वाध्यो हा विश्वा नृचक्षसः तरन्तः स्याम दुर्गः अग्निं मन्द्रं पुरुप्रियं क्षीरं पावकशोषिषं हृद्भिर्मन्द्रेभिरीमहे सत्त्वमग्ने विभावसु सुजन् सूर्यो न रश्मिभिः शर्दन्तमांसि जिघ्नसे तत्ते सहस्व इमहे दात्रं यन्नोपदस्यति तदग्ने वार्यं वसु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. A beautiful chantings. Thank you for participating in this. Friends, in today's common sense thought, Krishna Vasudeva. First and foremost is we have to come out of these two most worst of the traits or habits. What are they? One, of not doing or acting. Two, doing or acting in a wrong way. Akarma, dushkarma. From these two habits, whichever whatever we are in, we have to come out of it. Then we should understand the necessity need of karma and sukarma. And let us realize this beauty in our life that the result is the result of karma. Whether kukarma done, that result will come. Akarma, no result will come. Karma, result will come. Sukarma, good result will come. In fact, even a moment also, our drushti should not be on the phala. Because when we are looking for the phala, that time we are not doing karma. That much sensitive, sensible, matured one should become, wherein we are not even looking at the karma phala at all. Always we are attending at every moment in doing the karma only. Because the karma is the insignia of life or living. If we are alive, we have to do karma. If we don't want to do karma, we have to die. But these two things. Okay. So be very, very clear about it. Regarding the karma phala, mainly when the attention is on the karma and doing the best karma, and then doing it in the best, perfect manner, that itself is the joy. That joy itself is the achievement. What phala we need? Isn't it? All of that is to the world only. Karma is ours, phala is to the Lord or the world. Into that level of perfection we have to achieve in us. And in that too, all the time, throughout the day, we are engaged only. That moment where we are not engaged, that moment is suicidal. That time is the dead time in our life. In that way, if you see, if you have lived a life of 60, 70 years, in that time of 70 years, whatever, wherever we have not done anything, we are dead only. And wherever we have done the wrong things, it's worse than even death also. This type of clarity we have to have in our understanding. And mind you, the entire life depends on our understandings. All understandings have to come to us from within, even though the guidances come from outside. Okay? We open the ears to the words of the Guru. Open the eyes to look into the Shastras. Having gathered the data, close both eyes and ears, look within. And within, in our own mind intellects, inquiry. Mind intellects contemplation, vishleshana, and vicharana. All these understandings have to dawn from within only. That's why, again, one of the most important thing for every human being is to spend every day some hours in closing all the windows of indriyas and living at the level of mind and intellect, not to brood, not to worry, but to think, but to inquire, but to research, but to contemplate, so that the clarities come regarding everything about our life. Only when I close my eyes and attend to my mind intellect, that I'll be able to use them for analysis or vishleshana or inquiry, and then exactly come to know what is happening, what is to happen, how to do all those very, very crucial clarities that are required for everybody's perfect life. In that contemplative thinking, these things should dawn to us from within. That we cannot be akarmi, we cannot be kukarmi. Think about it. Then we are karmi, then we are sukarmi. Then what about the result? No, we have no other outer result to expect from for us. Result definitely will come. They are given to the world, not for me. In this way, from the akarma to the karma, from the kukarma to the sukarma, we have to think to mold ourselves to be when not once a week, not once a month, but every day, every moment. This is the only way we are attentive. We can escape from the variety of proposals of mind, presentations of senses, of those things which are distractive and destructive. So, how to avoid the distractive and destructive influences of outer world through our senses and the mind inner? Only way is by engaging ourselves fully in the consciously understood activities. Consciously, clearly understood the activities, actions. Very clear? So far we have understood three things. One, be antarmukha and have inner contemplation and come to your own clear understanding, your own convincing understanding. One. Two, what is the thing we have to understand is from the kukarma to the sukarma, from the akarma to the karma, we have to be all through. This is only way to escape from the inner mind's vagaries, outer senses pullings. There is no other way. Third, what is the result? Whatever it may be, it will be to the world, not to me. Isn't it? In this way, fully when we are engaged, imagine that state of life, how beautiful it is, how joyful it is. सुबह उठा दिन भर लगा मैंने काम में अच्छे अच्छे काम कर रहा हूँ then the whole result given to the world and I am not victimized by my own mind's wrongdoings or not doings or expecting the results for my own self, etc. Each of these have negative consequences. Not doings, wrongdoings, doings for myself, etc. Okay. Third point. Now fourth. Then what are the karmas, activities that are there in us, in our life? These are the five, six things. We have to know and start doing them. And some of them slowly, slowly wither away from us. When they wither away, when they go away, when they get completed, we should allow them to go away. First and foremost, karma is the taking care of our own kutumba, great grandfathers, grandfathers, father, then the wife, children, husband, then the wife and husband, children, all these things, whatever there we have to do, that is the first karma. Be very clear about it. Are we doing? Have we done? And to some, if their prarabdha is not good or matured intelligence is not there, throughout life they are lost only in this, not understanding the need of other. Some people, lucky for them that these things quickly get concluded. Either the people related get settled in their lives, not requiring our presence or our help, our service, our karma, or they live and go. Some of them live and go on the pretext of fighting also. In what the way people leave us and go or give us freedom is secondary. But the lucky ones get that freedom. किसी के लाइफ में चले जाते हैं शरीर छोड़कर, किसी के लाइफ में दूर रहते हैं, किसी के लाइफ में लड़ाई करके दूर रहते हैं. In all the cases, the first karma, this life's quota is over. Don't engage in the new ones. Right? Then second karma or seva we always have is to do to this society, to the world, to the society and the world through the profession we do as long as we are in service. Once the service time is over, whenever the society requires me, needs me, in whatever the SOS works, that time we are ready to help the society. In that, the friends, the neighbors, the relatives, the government, all of them are there. Even one or two organizations we can join, and our type of activity, whichever that's going on, do service there. This is second karma we have to engage in according to our aptitude. Some may serve in the medical field, some may serve in the economical field, some may serve in the defense field, many may serve in the educational field, some may be in the cultural field, arts field, craft, whatever, we can do that seva. Both can be together too. First one we are doing, and while doing the first also, we can be free from our laziness and take up the second also to the extent possible. In the second one, the professional services are anyway compulsory. Doing them perfectly, otherwise, वो खाने को भोजन नहीं मिलेगा. Along with that, the other services, as and when they are possible, make it possible. Right? And they also have an end one day. The service, we get retired. Then the other helps to the world also. There is a contentment in us of doing. Very beautiful it is. And we may not be required there. Or the Prabhu himself may give suchana from outside or inside. Indication that thus far, no further. So the Kutumba Seva, one we have seen. The Jagat Seva, second we have seen. Third one is what? The Ishvara Seva. What karma we have to do is the topic we are discussing. The third karma to be done is of the Ishvara Seva, which we call it as the Bhakti karma. That also can be added with first, second, third. First, second. That's so in an ideal Indian Hindu's life, there is taking care of the family, there is the taking care of society, and there is the service to the Lord through the upasanas, anushtanas, nitya agnihotra, yajna, etc. How beautiful that life, which is missing in many people's life. Some of them have not even started, not even recognized the need of it. Ishvara Seva is so essential because of gratitude that whatever we have is given by Him, and because in future also what we need is given by Him only. Therefore, engaging ourselves sufficient time in the karma of the Ishvara Seva. So, the Kutumba Seva, service, the Loka Seva, the service, the Ishvara Seva, the service. In that, all the bhakti related one by one activities come. Keep doing them. And when we don't do, the laziness comes. Tamoguna, layavastha. When we don't do, the distractions come. The rajoguna, the kshipta vikshipta avastha. Thus we allow ourselves to destroy ourselves, fall ourselves. This has to be realized deeply by ourselves within us with the contemplation in that closed eyes mood. आंख बंद किया, विचारण करने लगे, सोचा कि हम कैसे लेजी बन रहे, क्यों पूरा ये दुनियादारी हमारे अंदर प्रवेश कर रहा है. Understanding is that we are giving time to them. Therefore, the only way is not give time to them. How we can't give time to them? When we engage the time. Engage the time in what? In sukarma and karma rather than kukarma, akarma. What are those karmas? Ye dekho. 1, 2, 3 we have seen. Isn't it? Fully engaged in that. The kutumba, samrakshana, poshana, palana, karma. Then desha, loka, samaja, seva, samrakshana, rupi karma. Engage in that. Every day it should be there. Beautiful. Third one is Ishvara Seva Karma. All is Seva, all is service. In Seva and service, be attentive. Relentlessly, without any excuse or laziness, we work. Then we don't expect any result. That is the true definition of Seva. Hanumanji, Sevaka. He total dedicated service to the Lord and not expecting anything from the Lord. If at all expecting more and more devotion to the Lord, more and more opportunity to serve the Lord, opportunities. सारे भक्त ही मांगते हैं आपके चरण में भक्ति और आपका सेवा का भाग्य. These are all maturity. In that only we are freed from the so-called distractions, negativities of the mind or slaveries to the dehadi upadi. That's what the spiritual seekers aim and goal, isn't it? So therefore the third engagement is the Ishvara Seva. Okay, that depends on our age, our capacities, etc. As the age grows, those big yajnas we may not be able to do. Oh, elaborate upasana we may not be able to do, but small little to kar sakte. Isn't it? A little of that puja room minimize karte hue, not the whole paraphernalia as I had earlier when I was young, dynamic, could do lot of works in small less time. That's not possible now. At that time, I had panchayatana and so many vigrahas, so much of upasana. Now I cannot do. So my Ishtadeva is Shiva or Vishnu. Bas. One Shivalinga, one Shalagram I kept. Bas. I engage in that. Because the age, isn't it? Even when we grow a little more, the Ishvara Seva can be only in listening to the Bhajana Kirtana or Shakti hai to Swayam Bhajana Kirtana karna. Or listening to Stotras, or if Shakti is there, doing Stotras by oneself. Or chanting the name of the Lord if Shakti permits loudly, if not in the mind. All this is called Ishvara Seva. In that, our time should be spent in such a way that neither we are aware of the time, nor we are aware of the world, nor we are aware of ourselves. Then that Ishvara is seeing all this, he will give us what he has to give us for our evolution. That we need not worry at all. Hoga, third one. Now the fourth one is the Atma Seva, highest one. We have to engage in. In this Atma Seva, in the beginning days, there are a lot of doings. Okay? The doing of coming and sitting in the class, the doing of listening, then the doing the homework of studying the Shastra. Ye sare shuruaat mein doings. In the Atma Seva, fourth aspect. Once the subject is very clear about Atma Tattva, Siddhanta Jnana, etc., there will be knowing itself is the doing. Knowing myself to be the self. There is no any mental, otherwise emotional doings, nor any doings with the indriyas, nor even the sthula sharir. At the highest level of Atma Seva, the Seva is Jnanameva. Knowing that I am that, establishing myself in that, remaining as that being, these efforts are called as Seva there. isn't it? Every day we have to engage in all these four. Among them, first one will slowly get reduced in our life. Then engage in 2, 3, 4. Second obligation also comes to an end. To reduce it. At that time, now we are more sticking to our own puja room where we are doing the 3, and we are in our meditational room where we are doing the 4. After certain time, even third also is fulfilled. O Lord, I have fully surrendered to you. My life is dedicated to you. A part of that alone is the effort of realizing the self. Now I am engaging in that. In my Shastra Shravana, Shastra Adhyana, Shastra Manana, Shastra Chintana, Shastra Ukta Atma Tattva, Anubhava Prayatna of Nididhyasana. The Lord says, yeah, that's what is expected out of you. Do that. You need not even do all these things. Whenever you are tired of that, do little of this upasana. Again, whenever the need arises, little of seva to the Jagat. And once in a while, if still some prarabdha is there, some of the runa is there to be cleared, even again go back to the house, do those few things if it is necessary. And in all the first 3 things, we are doing them because they are duties. We are doing them because they free us from obligations. We are doing them because they clear our, should make our antakarna shuddha. And none of those things we are doing for our any personal gains. And every personal gain is matter oriented, samsara oriented. Only personal gain, which is not matter oriented, which is not samsara oriented, is the fourth one, where we want to regain our selfhood. Any other gain binds us. So therefore, Ishwarupasana, are you doing? Yeah. What is the gain you are expecting out of it? Nothing. Outer. Lokaseva, are you doing? Yeah. What are you expecting result? Nothing. Outer. Are you taking care of all the family members? Definitely. What are you expecting out of them? Nothing. See that? How beautiful. Imagine that what we are conquering in doing all this is our own inner mind, our own inner misunderstandings, our own inner slaveries to these things. Then in the engagement of the fourth one, that parakashta sthiti, that we are all the time, 24 ghante, in the chintana of the Atmavastu, in the anubhava of the Atmavastu, in the nishta in that anubhava. That's it. Everything else is not worthy of involving. If at all the Lord prompts, the seva again to the world of guiding only to the truth we have to do. When we are at the grossest first level of serving the family, our attitude of telling others also is, "Arey yaar, apne ghar ka dekhbhal karo." When we are at the level of serving the society, we tell others also, "Bhaiya, we have to serve the society." When we have come to the bhakti level of serving Ishvara, our prachara also is of that. Bhagwan ka prachar karna hai. But when we have come to the Advaita Atmanubhava Sthiti, we have to engage in telling about that only, because we are doing that, we know the glory of that, we are qualified for that. We have transcended the other 3 earlier. Let others do that job. And like if you ask me, Swamiji tell about how to take care of Grahastha Ashram. Why should I tell? I am now at the level of talking through the Upanishads about the truth. I cannot be sympathetic anymore. I tell there are many other people who talk only that. Go there. You have to learn it. There is somebody, you go there. I cannot for your sake tell how to serve society and all. Oh, we only one thing. Upanishad Adhyanam, Tattva Chintanam, Tattva Vachanam, that's it. This is the ultimate. When we are blessed with this, why opt for the lower ones? In the same way, you also, I also have to remain either in the experiencing the self established in it or in talking about it. That is the meaning of Vedanta Vakyeshu Sada Ramanta. That Ramana means in one's own experience or in guiding others. In this way, we have to be from not doing and wrongdoing to the right doing By engaging ourselves, we have to fulfill our life's mission. In these things, there is no impurity, there is no negativity, there is no scope chance given to the mind, the Maya, to the world, nothing doing. We are in that beautifully protected way, like a car में पूरा बंद करके अंदर एसी डाल के जा रहे हो तो कितना आनंद आता है. You are fully engaged, you are traveling and you are in a car, safety, good speed is going on, inside AC है. नहीं है कार तो पैदल चलोगे तो the heat and dust and rain and the roughness of the road, no speed, energy is lost. So many things happen. In the same way, when we are fully engaged in these four things, our life is like the AC car journey or even like the flight journey. Think about it and slowly make practical this understanding. Blessing and giving us opportunities and guidances. Now, who is the one who has to roll up the sleeves and tighten the belts? Are you and I only. And why delay? Start right away. That's so. And while doing so, how old we become, what is happening to the Sharira, what's happening to the world, when will we die? Are, why are you worried? उसका चिंता ही नहीं होना. These are all, as we are studying in Gita, definitely jata se dhruva mrityu, they all keep on happening. उसमें क्या है? Why you attend and why you become emotional, why sentimental? Isn't it like Puja Gurudev? Fully engaged in the work taken up by him, given to him, till the last moment the body. When that time came, just he left and went. Where there is no issue. There is no tension, there is no anxiety. क्या है कहूँ जब तक करना करते जाएंगे जब जाना है तो चले उसमें क्या. इन चीजों को ना ज्यादा महत्व देने से वो फिर वो सर में बैठ जाता. Then the important things go away from the mind. Yes, what's there? I'll die one day. In what way I'll die? They already Prarabdha decided. Where I will die also. So what? It's okay. Fixed, accepted. My problem is not death. Till that time of death, what I do? My attention is on that. Isn't it? This is the wisdom. Let us be matured in all these things. Thank you. Om, 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 Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryankaravavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharashibhyo महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम यैरिमे गुरुविपूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ सुकृतेऽधिकृते बहुधा भवतो भविता समदर्शनलालसता अतिदीनमिमं परिपालय मां भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः श्वेताश्वतराचार्येभ्यो नमः. तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे मुक्तिप्राप्ति सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति सनातनधर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयः राममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मन्दिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति देश निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु शास्त्र समूल निर्मूलन भारतवर्षे विश्वेश शाश्वत रूपेण वैदिक ऐन्दव संस्कृतेः सुसंप्रतिष्ठा विश्वे मोक्ष धर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां भक्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद अद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम निखिलाधारम अव्ययम निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्। पारायण अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः। फर्स्ट 3 mantras। ओम य एको अवर्णो बहुधा शक्ति योगात् वर्णाननेकान् निहितार्थो दधाति विचैति चान्ते विश्वमादौ स देवः स नो बुद्ध्या शुभया संयुनक्तु तदेवाग्निस्तदादित्यः तद्वायुस्तदु चन्द्रमाः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्म तदापस्तत्प्रजापतिः त्वं स्त्री त्वं पुमानसि त्वं कुमारौ तवा कुमारी त्वं जीर्णो दण्डेन वञ्चसि त्वं जातो भवसि विश्वतो मुखः। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। मित्रों, let us chant the shloka number 10। ओम मायां तु प्रकृतिं विद्यात् मायिनं तु महेश्वरं तस्यावयवभूतैस्तु व्याप्तं सर्वमिदं जगत्। अगेन, ओम मायां तु प्रकृतिं विद्यात् मायिनं तु महेश्वरं तस्यावयवभूतैस्तु व्याप्तं सर्वमिदं जगत्। What a beautiful and complete and important shloka. Very beautiful, powerful, complete mantra it is. And this whole portion is highly contemplative. And in that depth of sincere contemplation, when the intuitive intellect gets opened up, and the thing the Rishi wants to convey, when we catch it, it sorts out so many of the mental misunderstandings and unwanted anxieties. Beautiful it is. Oh. The literal meaning of this shloka, then the Bhashyartha. These two we are engaged now to understand. The literal meaning is Vidyatu. Please come to know for certain. Come to know clearly. Come to know convincingly. Come to know unhesitatingly. Come to know undoubtedly. Vidyat. जानना चाहिए. Vidyat should be known by you and me, by all. What is to be known? Tu means Nischaya Purvakena Vidyat. Tu Vidyat means certainly we must know. Samshaya Rahitena we must know. What we have to know? Two things. One, Mayam tu Prakritim Vidyat. Okay, be attentive. Whatever we see in the world is Prakriti. Starting from our own individual Dehendra Pranamana Buddhi, naturally, like that, your Dehendra Pranamana Buddhi, the other beings Dehendra Pranamana Buddhi, all of that is Prakriti. And these Dehendra Pranamana Buddhi are coming from where? The total. So total also is Prakriti. Like this Deha is made up of Panchamahamutas, which are there in the grass world outside. So this Prana Shakti is coming from the Vayu. This Agni in me is coming from the Bahya Agni. Panchamahamutas se aa rahe hain. So too, my Indriyas are from the Samashti Indriyas. My Mana is of the total Mana. My Buddhi is total Buddhi. I, my individuality is also from the total individual. Therefore, all of this, I are total. Vyashti, Samashti, all of that is Prakriti. First point. You must know it. Second point is, this entire Prakriti is Maya. So, Vidyat tu Vidyat, Prakritim tu Vidyat, Mayam tu Prakritim Vidyat. So, this entire Prakriti, how much realistic it is, how much engaging it is always, how many dynamic activities from the micro to macro level continuously happening. Yes, and yet all of that is nothing but the Maya. Which this is what we have to be convinced. That Maya, in the language of science, is called as Shakti or energy. As they say, in this entire world, anything, everything is happening is nothing but the energy doing various things. Shakti only. Of course, through various equipments. Equipments also are Shakti. Isn't it? Like somebody is thinking. It's a Shakti only working. Somebody is feeling. It's a Shakti working. Somebody is perceiving. It's a Shakti working. Somebody is inhaling, exhaling. Shakti is working. Somebody is holding the bat in the hand and hitting. It's a Shakti. Other is fielding. It's a Shakti. The third one is keeping. That's a Shakti. Somebody is bowling ball. It is a Shakti. The umpire is giving the signals. It's a Shakti. The commentators commenting. It's a Shakti. The viewers are watching. Everything is Shakti only. In various expressions. That Shakti, which is expressing in the form of this entire Prakriti and its happenings, is called as Maya. One power appearing in so many ways. Are you able to catch it? Mayam tu prakritim vidyat. Okay. But this Prakriti Shakti cannot engage itself independently because it is Jada. Therefore, it should have the Mai behind. That Mai is there. That Mainam tu Maheshwaram. Maha Ishvara is that Mahi, in whose presence, in whose prompting, this Maya expressing as Prakriti, expressing as the entire universe, expressing all that are happening. Very subtle thought. Mainam tu Maheshwara. Second point. Vidyat. Second, tu vidyat. Nischaya purvakena, with deep contemplation, we have to recognize, understand it. सब्जेक्टिवली पहले कर लो तो टोटल में अपने आप पता चलेगा. So subjectively is what? In me the Mai, the Atman is there. In his whose presence the Maya Shakti expressing as Prakriti of Pancha Koshas and doing all whatever that has to do, that it is doing. Mayam tu Prakriti Vidyat, Mainam tu Maheshwaram iti Vidyat. Okay, two things are done. The third is most crucial. And the consequence of all these three, the fourth one is the highest. What is the third one? Tasya avayava bhutaistu vyaptam sarvam idam jagat. Okay? Of Brahman, the Atman, the Mai, the Purusha. Who has become now Maheshwara? Because of Maya Shakti. On him are, be attentive, projected the avayavas. And those avayavas are the ones which we call as the Panchamahabhutas. The Panchamahabhuta made smaller than the small object to bigger than the bigger object, including the entire earth, entire solar system, entire Brahmanda, Ananta Koti Brahmandas. Therefore, what are the Ananta Koti Brahmandas? On Parabrahma Paramatma, with his own Maya Shakti, we attend to Kalpita Avayavas, not real. Third point is this. Tasya avayava bhutaihi tu idam sarvam jagat vyaptam. What you call as the whole jagat is nothing but the avayava of Paramatma. Which avayava? Has he become avayava yukta? No, he is Brahman. Brahman is niravayava, nirvikara, nirakara. But on this Brahman, the niravayava, nirvikara, nirakara, adhisthana, his own Maya Shakti, as we saw in the earlier topic, projecting on him nimitta karanatva, upadana karanatva. Okay? Then, in that, through that projected nimitta upadanatva, the entire jagat of whatever a variety we see, smaller than the smallest, bigger, biggest, is again projected. This is the third point. Now, the consequence is the fourth one, which is very, very essential. Thus, therefore, what is the relation of this Maheshwara with the world? What is the relation of that Maheshwara with me? Okay. With me, the relation of the Maheshwara is I am that Maheshwara. I am that conscious Maha Ishvara, the Brahman. Okay. First clarity is this. This is what we have to realize. Second, then what is the relation of the Maheshwara with the world? Therefore, myself with the world. Only two things. One, either it is Kalpita, two, or it is not other than me. Isn't it? The whole Vishwa is either Kalpita on the Ishvara through Shakti, or he himself is there in that way. Now that Brahman being me, what is my relation should be with the world? Therefore, either know the world to be absolutely Kalpita, therefore unreal, or know that it is your own self. Now be attentive. When the whole world is either Kalpita or it is my own self, and if this thing is intellectually deeply understood, what's the consequence? Think about it. The consequence is what? Therefore, with the world, the mental, any type of relation, I can never have. Because jo kalpit hai, how can you have any mental relation of ragadvesha with the kalpita? Can we have? Think about it. In the same way, when something is me only, I cannot have raga or dvesha with me. Isn't it? I may have love, but not raga dvesha. Therefore, if these three things are understood, Mayam tu prakriti midyad, Mayinam tu maheshwaram, tasyavayava bhutaistu vyaptam sarvedam jagat, the two things happen are, or should happen are, one, therefore, with the world, I have no importance given at all, value given at all, as if it is other than me, and then engage in ragadvesha samsara. If this is deeply understood, the consequence is I cannot have samsara with the world because there is no world real, it is imaginary, or there is no world other than me. One thing is this consequence. Second is what? That me, who is a substratum, whose power is projecting all of that, just pursue that me, realize that me, establish in that me. That's it. These two will be our works. So in that first one, the total Vyatireka has happened. In the second one, the total Anvaya is done. So these first three sentences of this mantra guide us to this fourth greatest consequence of the Anatma Nivarana or Vyatirekam and Atma Swikaranam. Understood? The rejection of the whole world and then establishing in our essential self. That should be the outcome. And when this is done, then I don't know myself, that wala bondage is gone. I took myself to be the jiva, that bondage is gone. I took myself to the upadhis, that mistaken bondage is gone. With the upadhis as myself, I was engaged with the world with variety of the unwanted mental emotions. All that bondage is gone. So therefore, the samsara bandhana gone, therefore samsara dukkha gone away. Second is, I discover myself to be the real self, the infinite self, the pure existing eternal self. Therefore, there will be bliss eternal in me. That is why from the beginning, what is it in all Upanishads is realize your own self as Brahman. One side, you will be infinitely blissful. Second side, you will be free from all dukkhas. Reversely also, when the Brahmatmaikya Bodha is not gained, I will be stuck up in between the stage as a jiva, wherein because I have not realized Brahman, that Sukha Ananda is gone, and because I am engaged in the world, the Dukkha always comes. This is what our rishis, our shastras want us to doubtlessly clearly understand. बात को समझो भैया, बंध मोक्षण किसको कह रहे? Now understand why they said कि avidya is the first hetu for sarva bandhanam. This is the reason. What is the avidya? Not knowing that the Brahman is reality, it is his Shakti. With that Shakti, Brahman alone is imagined to be Upadana Nimitta Karana. From him, the entire world is not created but projected. Not knowing this, we are giving reality to the world. Like not knowing that it is an imaginary snake, we give reality to it. Either we are afraid of it or we are wanting to kill it. How can you do with a snake which is projected? Yeah, you will definitely do when you take it as real. Isn't it? In this way, every day, how many illusions and removal of illusions are happening? Somebody I think as friend, but he proves to be enemy. Some object I think as very good quality wala. I shell out so much money and buy it. After that, I know that it is useless. Every day, are we not illusioned and then getting freed from that illusion? हो रहा है कि नहीं भाई? I think buying that thing is good, but after buying, I know that it's not worthy or not required. A type of food we order in the hotel, imagining that it will be great. When you order and it comes, वो है तो गरम लेकिन उसमें ना कोई मिर्ची ना मसाला ना टेस्ट है, तो we get disillusioned, isn't it? So every day in a micro level, we are getting illusioned and then we are getting freed from the illusion. If you understand it micro level, what Shastras tell is this at the macro level. That this Jiva, this Jagat, the Ishvara, they're all big illusion. The Brahman alone is reality. You play in the illusion, never mind. But first realize the reality, then know this as illusion, then this play won't become real to bind you. You play the same play, but it will not be any bondage because it is not taken as real, because it is understood to be real, understood not to be real, because understood to be illusion, because the reality is realized. When the reality, the rope is realized, when the snake is understood to be illusion, therefore it is not real, that snake like looking rope, you may throw it on others and play the play, but you are not afraid. So, what is the Jivan Mukta's way of life? Realizing the self, establishing in it, knowing everything else to be illusion, he plays the play. Therefore, in the play, there is no bondage. Therefore, they are not bound. They are liberated both ways. We are bound both ways. What is the liberation both ways they have? They realize the self. They know the world to be unreal. And we are bound both ways. We don't know our essential self and we take the world to be real. So देखो कितना इंपॉर्टेंट मंत्र है कि नहीं. मायाम तो प्रकृति विद्यात माइनं तो महेश्वरम. Everything is Maya, Maheshwara's Maya only. It is Shakti appearing so many, and that Shakti is never separate from him, and it is not independent of him. He is independent of that. Such independent me, who with my Shakti have projected the world, have allowed the world to sit on my head because of ignorance. Only ignorance. Like I created the world and I am bound by the world. I buy the car and I get bound by the world. I get my children and I am bound by them. Everything is Beokufi. When I am the creator, I should not be bound. But we don't understand this. You are my children, shut up, you must listen to me, that's all. Get out of this house. You are the owner, you gave birth to that fellow. How you get attached and you become slave to him? Same way with everything in the world. And in totality, whole universe is my own projection. कैसा हिम्मत है उसको मुझे फंसाने में. This knowledge is called awakening. A thought hai na. When the thought is there, then the practical experience of that also is possible. To make it, even all these Dehendra Pranamana Buddhi are existing because of me, the Brahman, whose nature is Satchidanand. मैं सत्ता स्फुरणा दे रहा हूं पूरे उपाधियों को, पूरे जगत को. Such me who is the cause of this world. How can I allow the world to sit on my head? Isn't it? I, the Praja, by voting and paying taxes, supporting the entire government infrastructure and everything. They have to be my slaves, not that I am. The daring when it comes in the humanity or the general public or citizens, then all these, every departmental fellows will never act mental. They will properly serve. Actually, that is Praja Swamyam. Praja is Swami. That's called Praja Swamyam. Praja are the Swami, but the Praja are not realizing. Therefore, the government is making use of that ignorance. Therefore, they are dominating and doing what they want. Naturally, Praja's Pratinidhis only are there to take decisions. They are called MLAs and MPs. They have to come from Praja. They must know the nerve of the Praja. They must know what Praja needs. They must only do that. That's the true Praja Swami. Wherein all leaders and all people, whether doctors or police or कोई भी हो, केवल प्रजा सेवा के लिए 100% dedicated है. That is Praja Swami. They also have to do that. Wherever they go wrong, the Praja have to order them. Isn't it? Praja have to discipline. They have to raise slogans, agitations, and see to it that all corruptions that are happening are removed. All negativities that are happening are removed. And when the Praja themselves are negative, then the Swamis they elect, they will sit on their head only. कौन है प्रजा नेगेटिव? Those who want bhoga, those who want shortcut money, those who want only enjoyment, those who have long back forgotten dharma and never know what is spirituality. Such nonsensic praja hai. So the praja swamyam and praja swami, the MLA MP leader, will also be like that. Big topic it is, very deep, very subtle. Lot of examples can be given, but we are cutting it short. In the same way, within ourselves also, I am the Swami. The whole upadhis are sevak. That we have to realize and make it happen. Never late it is, even now we can try. So Mayam tu prakritim vidyat, Mayinam tu Maheshwaram vidyat, Tasya Avayava bhutaistu vyaptam sarvamidam jagat. This also vidyat. With these three vidyas, what will happen to is, I am no more bound by the kalpita jagattu. Then let me pursue and establish in the real true self. The Ishwaratva, the Brahmatva. And that's what is done by closing eyes. He is called Uttamadhikari, who understood the world to be mithya, therefore he has no any type of likes, dislikes to the world. His mind is so calm, quiet, and pure, undisturbed, unagitated, non distractive. He can just sit, close the eyes through that contemplation inquiry, either Drashtadrishya or Atmanatma Viveka. He can just reach to that Druk Swarupa, Sakshi Swarupa, Atma Vastu. That's it. And be in that. Let the upadhis function in my presence, individual and total. All of that is my Maya, my Shakti, my Prakriti. They are not real. I am real. That's why these 3-4 shlokas, द्वासुपर्णा से लेकर के और ये वाला और आगे वाले, very, very important in the context of understanding the Vedantic subtleties, Vedantic subtle truths. And unless these deep truths are deeply understood and accepted, we are not Vedantins, and we can never be freed from the projected world and its bondage created by it. Point is what world is projected, but the bondage and miseries are really experienced by us. The dream is projected, but the suffering was real. Cinema is projected, but seeing the hero heroine miserable, becoming miserable was real. है ना? विचित्र की नहीं? Like a cricket, you favor one team, that team lost, and you become miserable. Wherein you have nothing to do with that. एक रुपए में उससे तुमको नहीं मिल रहा. Isn't it? Not even they know that you are watching the TV, and you become miserable. That is called Maya. That is called Moha. I have put on the TV. I am seeing the match. I said they are my favorite team, and those two people did not play well that day. They lost, and I am suffering. Intelligent fellow never favors any team. He favors the cricket. I enjoyed cricket, whoever have won or whoever have lost. He can enjoy every match, whichever is happening in the whole world. The one who favors, he'll always suffer. Or he'll always have the fear कि जीतेगा कि नहीं जीतेगा. And where is it? In your own mind projected. Isn't it? If Ishvara projected the whole world outside, you and have related with the world unnecessarily in an unwanted way. Bhagavan Ishvara is Karana. His Karya is the Jagat. This Karya Jagat is taken by us with Raga Dvesha as our Bhogya Vastu. That's why we suffer. इस वाला ईश्वर लीला किसको कौन प्लेयर बनाए, किसको किस टीम में लगाया और उस दिन क्या खेल होने वाला है, कौन जीता, why are you Lord will do. You enjoy if you want to enjoy just watching it. पहले डिसाइड कर लो, somebody will win, therefore somebody will lose. Who plays well that day, they will win. Others, how does it matter? Whether it is cricket ho, whether it is a political elections ho, it's a war between two countries ho, or any industry producing something ka ho, या the competitor is growing, the other is falling down, और शेयर बाजार में ये बढ़ रहा है, वो घट रहा है, all of that is same. That have no purpose, no meaning at all. The one who realizes the real self, he will not engage in any one of them. Even he engages, it's a sport. It's a sport. That's it. All other is samsara. Now, some places, to encourage your players, you may encourage them. We are there supporting. That's it. But you cannot take imagine or expect the consequences. What has to happen, that will happen. And even that all happening is mithya because it is proved. जो हार के दुखी हुआ 5 दिन के बाद इस दुख इज गॉन, जो जीत कर खुश हुआ 5 दिन के बाद इट इज गॉन. Isn't it? Is his dukha sukha permanent? Think about it. I'm just telling, even in the world, even it is things are happening, they are uncertain. How can you give value and get about? Not only the things are uncertain to happen, all of that is Maya. This is the highest understanding. सब कुछ होता हुआ भी कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. That's called as the understanding about Maya. Like TV, सब कुछ होता हुआ भी कुछ नहीं हो रहा. Dream, सब कुछ होता हुआ भी कुछ नहीं हो रहा. Same, the whole world, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. Only Brahman is there. The whole thing is what? Projected, 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 not created, not created, not created. Appearing, 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 not real, not real, not real. On the stage of the world, the things and beings are coming, playing their play and going away. Like on the Rangasthala, the stage, the different artists come and play and go. Like कोई संस्था ने कोई प्रोग्राम रखा तो they put 10 events in a day, 2 hours, 1 hour or ना. So therefore the singing group came और competition हुआ या 3 groups they sang went away. उसी स्टेज पे डांस वाले आकर चले गए, उसी ग्रुप पे कोई कविता बोलने वाले आकर चले गए. Stage na. So too in the stage of the world, variety of the jivas are projected. They are given various talents, abilities. They are performing and disappearing. Subnatak. The reality is the Brahman. That is me. Realize it. We just started to open up our intellects to understand it. Do more and more study, more and more contemplation, more and more clarity and conviction comes about the reality to be real, about everything else to be kalpita mithya. Then we don't run behind it, there is no samsara. We don't value it, there is no samsara. We don't give reality, there is no samsara. And we realize ourselves, therefore there are no limitations. Maja aata hai. If really the Vedanta deeply clicks to us, which is why Guru's Krupa, Ishwara Krupa, and our own this type of mehnat where every day we are coming to study the Upanishads. Once it happens, that Eureka Wala, you can jump with joy, say with awe, and that ecstasy of ha oh, ahamannam, that joy will be ours. Even intellectual apprehension also gives us so much freedom. If we really establish that knowledge, imagine the joy. जैसे पूरा जगत मिथ्या माया करके मुझे समझ में आने के बाद अब इस जगत से मेरा कोई राग द्वेष नहीं होने के कारण, मैं इस जगत से आसक्त नहीं होने के कारण जगत में मेरा संसार नहीं है. Imagine that beautiful mind. If the imagination is so beautiful, if we can actualize it, think about it. So to am the substratum, the Brahman of everything. Brahman, the substratum of everything. The intellectual knowledge itself gives such a joy. If I really realize that on my seat of deep contemplation, where I transcend in my wrong, false identities and reach to my real identity. If I reach to that in my experience, अरे यार आश्चर्यवत पश्यति कश्चिदेनम आश्चर्यवत वदति तथैव चान्यः. That's why आश्चर्यवत चैनम अन्यः शृणोति. Our Gita mantra. Correct? Think about this mantra today. Tomorrow we'll engage in seeing the same mantra with Bhashya precisely. What is said in Bhashya is almost touched. We just have to read the Bhashya and re-see the meaning. We are doing it twice so that our study about the every Upanishadic mantra becomes twice. Actually, शब्दार्थ भी देख रहे हैं, पूरा अर्थ भी पढ़ रहे हैं, फिर भाष्य के साथ भी पढ़ रहे हैं. Thus thrice it's becoming. So that if we are conscious, if we are interested, 3 times we are given a chance to thoroughly understand the subject or the jnanam that's given in these mantras. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो परम ऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. गुड. गीता अध्ययन करते आइए.